for you, the president.
What?
That's Not Why You Called. Hosted by Lefty.
I deserve to be blown.
Dr. Chiz.
One more chance.
Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. It's That's Not Why You Called.
And here we go.
I don't know what I'm doing there. I'm like playing with a dog. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Hello, everybody. Welcome. What?
That's how you play with dogs. You just.
I'm just getting
scarily-
hello. What are you doing? Let you play. That's how I do it. What's wrong with that?
This is why they always happen to pee when they see you. You scared the living shit out of them.
Dogs love playing with me. They're like, oh my god, it's a gigantic human. Yes, I'm one of those people. I personify dogs. Kiss my ass if you don't like it.
They can talk.
They can't talk. They talk in their minds. They do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I don't care what you say. They speak English. And surprisingly enough, it sounds just like how I sound. So, whatever. Anyway, welcome. That's Not Why You Called, episode number 9. We are back once again with an action-packed show for you today. Lots of topics to cover, which means there's going to be plenty of tangents and penis jokes.
No.
Yep.
Did you say nanner?
No.
Niner?
No.
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 All right.
Frog. That's what I'm getting out of it.
What are you saying, Chiz?
No.
Anyway,
Niner?
shut up, Chiz. Anyway, welcome. That's Not Why You Called. I'm your host, Lefty. You can follow me at Lefty643. Our co-host, speaking in frog, I guess we'll call it over there, is at Dr. Chiz. Of course,
It's like I'm in an airplane and I have the thing over.
Roger. Niner.
Oh, Roger Niner. So I was right. You did say Niner.
I did say Niner.
No, but you got to get out close. It's like, attention passengers. If you look over the right side of the aircraft.
It's the Salt Lake mountain range right there if you want to look outside the left.
There's the Grand Canyon. It's some idiots trying to scale it on a tightrope.
Why did we not think of that in pre?
Well, that's why
forgot
that's
about
not
that.
why you called, baby. Random topics and tangents going everywhere.
Yep.
Anyway,
Thank God.
let's get through the rest of the propers. Our very lovely producer, Katie. Hi, Katie. You can. We appreciate it if you hit the like button, and of course, if you, we would appreciate it if you do take ad block off. We would put on a great show for you. Well, as best we can, a great show for you either way. But of course, we would always appreciate it if you can turn that off. And of course, like the stream, like the video, whether you're watching a VOD. I love seeing the stream of likes roll through. Like I liked a video if you have your your YouTube account linked to your Twitter. Did anybody else get that where their notifications on TweetDeck, their media notifications got larger? Does that happen to anybody else?
What do you mean? They got larger. What do you mean?
Like the little preview window, when you link media, like certain media, like the Twitter pictures or a YouTube video, you get a little preview box on TweetDeck.
Yeah.
Mine, like they used to be kind of small, but mine just went into full 16:9 aspect ratio on TweetDeck. Like they're significantly larger. The preview windows are. I don't know. Let me know. And speaking of Twitter, if you want to get in touch with the show, that's how you get in touch with us. Hashtag TNWYC on Twitter. Just add that to your tweet. We are monitoring it. That's how you can get in touch with the show directly. And
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they're a lot bigger.
Do they take up about a quarter of the box screen?
You mean of each individual thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have sworn they were always that size.
No, they were not. It's like just today, it changed for me. So.
I've had it for a while then.
Like those are what they used to look like.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, anyway, yeah, we're.
Thank you for turning ad black off. Shout out to those individuals. You know who you are.
Yeah. So also, if you want to use the chat, of course, if you got longer time, we're going to be talking about some things where you can give your input today. Some interesting topics covering in the last week since we've been together up in here.
By the way, You know who you are, give yourself a round of applause is a really shitty way of saying thank you. It's like, I appreciate whatever this individual has done, but I'm not going to call you out by name. You know who you are. Give yourself a round of applause. Think about it. Because when you're thanking someone or giving recognition to someone, it helps with the people that are around. So, like, say if I thanked Danny HD for turning off Adblock, that gives him recognition amongst everyone else who can hear us or is in the stream or whatever.
Right.
So he feels good about himself. Whereas if I said, you know who you are, thank you, they don't really get anything.
Okay, yeah, you're
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really a half-assed way
But
of
what if
saying
there's too many people to name?
Well, that's the reason you use that,
Right.
device. But, I was just thinking about that.
Okay.
I
Well,
called him
I
out.
think in this case it's not more of a giving them personal recognition. It's just letting them know.
What the fuck? Why are you talking, Katie? You're not here to talk.
I've seen so many comments saying Katie needs to
See,
talk
that's
fucking
why I don't
less.
talk, because I get that.
It's a.
Oh.
You get what? Me making a joke about how everybody complains about how you don't talk, considering that you were brought in to be a producer, not a host of the show.
Right.
But I
don't
want
make enough
everybody to
dick
know.
jokes. Enough dick jokes.
I want everybody to know this, okay? Every single week, I implore Katie, I beg Katie to start using sound effects. Because I think that is a great way for her to interact with the show while she's doing other things. She does keep us on time, going to and from breaks. She does manage the Twitter. She does keep in touch with that. She does interact with some of you via Twitter and in the chat. And so
And
she
the subreddit.
and the subreddit, which, by the way, there's a link in the description to the subreddit. Go ahead and check that out. That's where you can interact with the show as well, and you can talk with other people that enjoy the show. You can, if you know how to Reddit, I do not, but if you know how to Reddit, you can go check that out. It's reddit.com/r/TNWYC. It's very simple, just like the hashtag you add to your tweets if you want to get in touch with the show, #. But I implore her every single day, or every single show, to start using sound clips and to start using the soundboard to interact with us. And she just doesn't do it. I can't help that. Why don't you do it?
I don't want to.
Why not?
Clearly.
Why not?
I'd rather actually talk.
Oh,
Nah.
snap.
I know we want to hear what you got to
You
say.
think you have a voice?
You don't have a
Oh my
you
God.
you don't even have a proper microphone. You've got a headset.
Mhm.
You're not talking on my
Why-
show with that. Get the hell out of here with that.
Remember the last person who used a headset microphone that came on the show? Yeah.
That's why we got rid of them. That's why they're not on the show anymore.
Yeah.
They came
my-
in. They're supposed to be some YouTube
Okay.
superstar.
Okay.
And then they show up with fucking Astros, and they sound like they're talking through a kazoo. That's why they're not on the show anymore. That's the real
Fucking
reason.
Oh God.
Ridiculous. We have standards here,
Yeah,
all right?
professionalism.
Sponsored by Rode.
Oh jeez.
Sponsored by Rode, yeah. We're
Anyone
also
who
pushing
helps.
the bar of standards of professionalism for shitty internet podcasts. We're changing the game.
We emphasize shitty.
Emphasize.
That's what you get with us.
Yeah, you do. You.
We're not lying about our brand whatsoever.
Speaking of shitty, Chiz, what are you doing on your channel over there on YouTube?
Wow. One. That was
That was a good one.
it was
That
mean,
good.
but it was a good
I'm sorry.
segue.
No. Chiz's channel isn't shitty. There's a link in the description.
It was a good segue. even though I'm
YouTube.com.
probably gonna come-
YouTube.com/Dr. Coffee MD. I was
No.
gonna do it to myself originally.
Uh-huh.
But then I thought I would catch shit from people for putting myself first.
No, I don't think so. California developing massive explosion reported in San Diego County from illegal hash oil operation.
Hash
awesome.
oil?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Okay, what is exactly hash oil?
You don't know what hash oil is? Hashish?
Oh, okay. I thought it was like
You
an
take a
illegal,
blowtorch
like
to it.
I thought it was like an illegal, like petroleum
Well,
mining
that's
operation.
illegal. Well,
Like,
Close.
oh man, we're sitting on the black gold here. Let's get some of that illegal mining going on. I thought it was.
well, you
having
do
some-
combust it, but you're not going anywhere if you do.
Okay.
Shh.
So why?
See, but don't shh.
Okay, I got it. So the huge
I just
explosion.
Yeah. A huge explosion. That's weird. And not a meth factory, a hash plant.
Yeah.
Do you not know what hash is?
I'm assuming it's a form of marijuana, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Similar.
it's
like
the concentrated
concentrated,
THC into it's really just concentrated THC, which is the chemical
Yeah, that gets you
in
high.
marijuana that gets you high. Yeah.
Mhm.
If you're a baller, you put that on top of your weed, then you light it, and then the oil.
No, that's not
I'm
how
not.
you.
I'm
that's
not
not-
gonna.
You don't.
Or you use a blowtorch.
Oh, okay.
And you use an acetylene torch to smoke hashish?
Not saying I do. Not saying I do.
Bloat. Okay.
I think Katie caught what kind of reference I was making there.
Mm,
Anyway, over on my Perspective YouTube channel, I haven't done anything
What?
all week. Haven't
Why?
done anything.
Why?
Because all I had was the Left 4 Dead 2 footage, which
Yeah,
as we
nobody
know
wants
doesn't
that.
do good. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll focus on other shit. I've been doing Secret Project 411 stuff you know about. That's taking a lot of my time.
Wait. Where's the 411 come from?
I don't know.
I think that's the antithesis of secret is 411 because 411
Is it?
is like public information. Yeah.
Well, it's an oxymoron, all right? Like Jumbo Shrimp.
Okay. All right.
It's not. It's public and private domain. Shut up.
All right. Just
It's Microsoft has their special code names for all their projects. This is that until it's
411 is your
Yeah.
is your secret project.
Secret Project 411.
All right, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, that's secret.
I've
Doing
always
that-
wanted to have like a secret project and a code name. I just want to code name something.
You're part of Secret Project 401, so you can put
I
that,
know,
like,
but I want it to be my own.
Project 401. Well, just start making something.
I want to get like a handshake going or like a baseball sign or something so that you can let somebody know like, "Oh yeah, Project 411."
Secret 411, go, go, go.
Yeah, it's the indicator. It's the bill of the cap. Indicator's always the bill of the cap.
Okay.
about baseball.
And I'm going to start streaming soon again, too, because I like that better than YouTube videos for my own channel.
Oh my god.
Hashtag The Journey,
Hashtag the journey.
July 1st.
Hashtag. What about hashtag 411?
It's hashtag Super Project 411.
Super project. Oh, so 411 isn't the code name then?
No, it's Super Secret Project 411.
Super secret. You keep freaking
I've
changing
just
it,
changed
dude.
it 3 times in a
God,
matter of
why
2
not?
minutes. I have to keep changing it because they're gonna get close and find out about Super Secret Awesomeness Project 411. All right.
The
You have to
NSA
keep
is on to you.
adapting.
They're reading everything. You got to stay one step ahead of them, like
Hey,
Edward
they're-
Snowden.
They're already on to you and me after yesterday.
Yeah. Dude, let's explain that, please. Let us explain that because I saw you tweet about it. But let's explain why the NSA is now. Hey, hopefully the NSA is watching the show now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which
tweet it
like
out.
and
You guys
favorite.
got
Hey.
a bunch of tweets. I'm sure you guys got a lot of followers.
How about you use those
theoretically.
supercomputers to create a bunch of?
Reverse them.
How about create a bunch of supercomputers, create a bunch of bot accounts, or not bots, but just create a bunch of accounts on YouTube and send the supercomputer to watch the show.
I'll make it easier. Just all you gotta do, have someone who's mediocre with HTML, just make a newsletter, and it's just that's not what you called on it, and you reverse the polarity because this is how it works really theoretically, and you send that to 300 million plus computers and mobile devices. There you
Reverse
go.
the
Now you got
circuits
this-
is what you're saying.
Reverse the circuits.
It's a technical term.
You just like those movies, the polarity. You just pull down the lever and it goes the other way on the machine.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the polarity of the planet.
Both, I'm
Okay.
sure they can do that too.
Yeah.
They're hardwired. So the not 411. So the Al Qaeda thing. I was reiterating a conversation I was witnessing happening to Lefty, where someone was calling someone jihad and typing it out several times, which is a joke. We call this person that in person, where theoretically there's no NSA listening via my phone in my pocket.
Have you
which they
seen
are.
Enemy of the State?
Shut up, Lefty. But they keep typing it, so I'm like, this is probably going to get you on the list. I show that to Lefty, and then this person said something else in the chat, and I very coordinately go, Lefty, this person just used the slang terminology of what those people in that country say before they ... come to an end. And Lefty goes, Allah Akbar, and I'm like, there it is, you fucking nailed it. And you said it right there.
Yeah, he fucking tricked me into typing a lot.
I
Allah
typed it
Akbar.
out, so
Is-
I wouldn't
see, I
have
always
to.
pronounce it Allahu Akbar.
what are they, Hawaiian?
Right, that's what I
Allahu
thought. It was like Allahu Akbar. What's up, bro?
Akbar.
Oh my god.
That's what they scream when the volcano erupts.
Right, and they and coming and going. Allahu, Allahu.
Allahu. Because you stay out in the sun long enough, you don't know if you're coming or going. Don't. See,
Yeah.
Katie.
Okay, so it's Allah Akbar because
Allah
it's the spelling of it. There's a U in there. There's a trick U
yeah.
added to the end of Allah, which Allah, when Allah ends in just AH, that's fine. But when they add a U onto the end, that brings the H into play. I want to make the H sound instead of just silent. I want to make it the H. So Allahu Akbar. Yeah. So.
Lefty, what have you been doing on YouTube?
Uploading a bunch of Left 4 Dead videos that nobody watches, but that's fine.
Watch them.
Well, Katie does,
Yeah,
only
but
because.
you're like contractually obligated.
Oh yeah,
to.
no. She has to watch. It's a law. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's got to
but-
watch what I do. But
They like tie me down. It's bad.
who's they?
What?
Whoever.
They tie me down. It's bad. What the fuck is going on?
Wait, where the hell are you going with
Who is
they tying you down?
I'm not a part of whatever freaky.
This is why Katie doesn't talk very much.
Because she just digs herself in a hole she cannot climb the fuck out of.
Yeah, but no, we want uploading Left 4 Dead today. I did a video, or I had a video go live about the Defense of Marriage Act being declared unconstitutional in Proposition 8. And
Wait, you did a
marriage
video on
equality.
that?
Yeah, I did a live commentary.
So that was like your first video on actual subject matter you've done in like months.
No, not in months. I did one.
You did one on the PS4, right?
Yeah, about I think like 2
Oh,
weeks ago.
Okay.
I think during E3, like the day after Sony, or 2 days after Sony's
Oh, yeah, you
keynote.
did.
I did it. So,
I'm just pointing
but okay,
out.
yes, they have been intermittent. But you see, that's the thing.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Well, I know, but I just
I
want
was making
I
an
just want to
observation.
explain to people my approach to YouTube. It's that for a while I was getting, I was doing really well, but I was doing a lot of like commentary on topics, on issues. Something came up, I would talk about it.
It's too much work.
No, it's not that. It's just that would pigeonhole myself, just like only playing Call of Duty would pigeonhole me. And I mean, I'm nothing if not a man that likes to get pigeonholed every once in a while, but I like to be in control of it. I like to be able to determine when and where and how hard I get pigeonholed. So I actively try not to become somebody that just speaks on popular issues of the time all the time. Because I think at some point, I would just turn into a reply girl. Like, literally. Like, I would have boobies, and I would have a low-cut shirt, and, like, tied off at the belly button, and a ponytail. It's like, this is what I think of Kanye and Kim Kardashian naming their baby
Northwest.
So, like, for a while, I would actively, like, I would try to be really cautious about what I decide to do an actual commentary on, because I didn't want to become, that.
But I feel like the days of those kind of structured commentaries, obviously there's exceptions to what I'm about to say here, over gameplay, specifically Call of Duty, are gonna eventually be things of the past. Because I feel like people are doing this, and I feel like it's a better format. If you're gonna be a topical commentator, wow, I don't know why that fucking word slipped my mind for some reason. If you're gonna be a topical commentator, you just go to the Philly D format and you just be a vlogger. I don't see the point of putting a gameplay over there. I feel like a lot of people have drifted away from it and drifted away from Call of Duty in general. Obviously, people like Woody are exempt from those kind of things, but if he moved to a vlog format, I really don't think people would get pissed off if he kept doing Mail Monday, Wife Wednesday, things like that,
Well, look at Boogie.
Yeah.
Boogie, like, there's not a lot of gameplay on Boogie's channel, but he's a gaming channel, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But still, I just, I don't know. It's something about...
Which you started to do, by the way. You started doing
Yeah.
For a good while there, you were doing vlogs for your topical or interest topic-based commentaries.
Yeah, and I just didn't want to be. I don't know. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to get, locked into that. So I actively tried to, because I guess to put it this way, I want to have a guy. I want to have the combination of the channel of a guy like Gassy Mexican or Eat My Diction combined with a channel like Boogie, which is more vlog based, to do topical commentaries, but also have that let's play feel. What is this?
I don't know. It hurt though.
Yeah, that's you're not a dog.
Dogs can't do that. They can only go as far as I did. They can't go all the way around. That'd be just crazy.
Dogs can actually go pretty far.
They go pretty far, but they can't 360.
No. Well, they can. It's just they're dead when they get back around. They're.
Stop it. Stop it.
Okay, but anyway, yeah, that's what I've been doing. And got some more stuff along the way. Going to play hopefully some more games, and maybe something super secret 411 crew forming.
Super secret awesomeness 411 unlocked.
Nice.
Up, down, left, right, XA.
Abacab.
Hashtag.
ABA. What was the blood code in the original Mortal Kombat on Sega Genesis? ABABACB.
Something like that.
I think it was Abacab. ABACABB. Yeah,
Akbar?
Abacab. That was it.
Akbar. Akbar.
Whenever you said that, I just thought of it's a trap. I don't know why.
What?
I thought of. I don't know exactly why.
That's not what terrorists scream. I'm pretty sure.
But when you said
It'd be
just
hilarious.
the way you just said Akbar there.
Did we really get mad at it? We're already on the list, so I'm going to drop all the code words.
Oh God,
anyway.
here we go.
Would people really be upset if terrorists? Let's say he didn't blow up an entire building, maybe just like a car, and there was like one dude. Maybe this dude was a retarded terrorist. He's like, I'm gonna.
That's what it was. It was Admiral Akbar.
From what?
From frickin' Katie's camera just disappeared.
Katie.
I know. Hold on.
What the hell are you doing, Katie?
They're tying her down.
What's going on, Katie? Way to be professional.
What was I gonna say? Oh, she's jerking off or something. If a terrorist screamed, "It's a trap," before he blew up himself and one other person, how mad will we get at him if he yelled, "It's a trap"?
It's a trap.
Yeah, and then he gave you a warning.
Yeah, but it's not a real warning.
But it's a funny warning. The internet would probably giggle in remorse.
Well, yeah, you'd probably get a few people that are just like, "That's a trap."
Mm-hmm. But this was a retarded terrorist I was speaking of, so he'd probably go, "It's a tarp."
I don't.
It's a tarp.
But I don't get it. Is he somewhere where there are tarps? Is he blowing up a tarp factory, or like that would add another level to the joke rather than just the.
It would be even funny if he was running with a tarp and said, "It's a tarp," and then just exploded. Nobody even needs to get hurt in this hypothetical. This dude's just running down the street at like 2 a.m. when no one's there with a tarp, a blue painter's tarp. He screams, "It's a tarp," and then it explodes. What would happen if that happened? Like, if a terrorist just blew himself up, but there were no casualties.
But he missed.
No
He
destruction.
didn't get anybody.
Yeah, he just fucked up. Like the guy who locked his keys outside of the fucking fertilizer-filled car and got caught. Like,
well, the FBI does that once in a while. They entrap somebody into doing that.
Do you think they would let it go that far? They let a guy explode himself with no one to be hurt?
No.
Like, hey, I want to meet here. Trust me, there's going to be a lot of people. Blindfold yourself and then pull the cord in 3 seconds. And then he's just in the middle of downtown with no one around and just screams and blows himself up. And people are just like, what was that?
He's just in the middle of a field.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be
Just drop him
awesome.
off.
That could be like a theatrical thing. Like, don't let him in on it. Think it's a
Be
mission.
careful though. You might cause another terrorist incident in another U.S. consulate somewhere in the world, right? If
Oh,
you
yeah,
do
that happened
if you
this
do a
week,
video
too,
that
didn't it?
incites
Oh, that was bullshit, though.
Ignites. I know it was bullshit. That's the point.
But no, just recently, one of the CIA headquarters in some other country got like blown the fuck up or something, and shots are being rained down on it or something.
People are blowing.
Edward Snowden done leaked some information.
He leaked it from the airport in Moscow where he's hiding out, or maybe he's not even. What if he never left the United States of America? Can you imagine that? He's just in fucking bumfuck Wyoming right now.
Nah, he's in Canada.
He's in a bunker, like some guys
What you
like.
say, being watched.
What'd you say, Katie?
I said, be careful what you say. We're being watched.
By
Yeah,
whom?
and
I'm not going to give up Edward Snowden's secret. I don't know where he actually
screw
is.
you, NSA. All you did was take the plot from Person of Interest and the book 1984. You're unoriginal. Get with the times. New IP. Come on.
Actually, Enemy of the State too. That was a good movie.
You got to watch Person of Interest.
I don't want to watch Person of Interest. I'll watch
That
Enemy
show
of the
is
State because it's
fucking
better.
amazing.
No,
No,
I've
it's
seen
not.
it. It sucks.
No,
I'd
it
rather watch
doesn't.
Will Smith and oh crap, what's his name?
You tell me what episode you saw and what happened. Because you're lying.
I just saw I didn't see an episode. I saw previews of it and it just looked dumb. No, who was in Enemy of the State opposite Will Smith? It was
White guy.
he was in the Royal Tenenbaums.
The white guy.
There are lots of white guys. Oh my goodness, what was his name? Oh, somebody let me know. Hashtag TNWIC. Let me know who is in Enemy of the State opposite Will
Johnny
Smith.
Depp wears whiteface. In every movie, think about it.
What do you
This
mean?
new one's coming out, The Lone Ranger. He's whiteface.
In every movie he wears whiteface? What are you talking about?
What was that one? Alice in Wonderland. Think of all the movies he's done. Whiteface.
Yeah, but he Pirates of the Caribbean, where's the whiteface in that?
With the exception of Pirates of the Caribbean.
And the second one.
Well, I was saying the franchise.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go, yeah, and the second one, and then you go, what about the third? We're not gonna play that game.
What about Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? I don't remember any whiteface in there. Gene Hackman, thank you.
Yeah.
Brandon Kirkwood on
He got so sick from all the drugs, he got whiteface.
what?
Yeah, took a lot of drugs in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of drugs. It's a good movie.
That is a good movie. Based
Who
on
was that? Who was that next to Johnny Depp in that role? Who was that dude? Dude with the hat and the glasses.
that
Yeah,
was
the
Johnny Depp.
protagonist. No, it wasn't. Johnny Depp was the dude with the long brown hair.
No, that was
You've been
Benicio.
trolled, motherfucker.
That was Benicio del Toro.
You've been trolled, motherfucker.
That's not trolling. You being an idiot isn't trolling.
Boom.
Is that trolling now?
Start a new channel. Boom.
Oh, really? You epic troll?
Hey, that's how you get all the subs and views, right?
Be careful now. Don't go on any Twitter rants about how YouTube is shitty and all the trolls.
Hold me down, man.
It's
They're
not
holding
real
me back.
content, and your channel is. Somebody said John Voight. Are you?
Wow,
Really,
you
John?
weren't even remotely close.
Well, I guess John Voight could be confused with Gene Hackman,
Wow.
but oh no, John Voight was an Enemy of the State. I'm an idiot. He was. He was the senator or something, or he was the head of some agency. You're right. John Voight was an Enemy of the State. My bad. I retract my previous statement mocking you about John Voight. He was.
He's gonna kill himself now, Lefty.
Thomas Brian Reynolds? I think that's what it says.
Burt Reynolds?
No.
Burt Reynolds was an Enemy of the
By the way,
State.
is there any relation between
No, he
Ryan Reynolds and
played
Burt Reynolds?
John
I don't know. I
Voight
think- I'm pretty
played
sure-
John, or
Okay.
Thomas Brian Reynolds.
I think
in the State.
I think Reynolds is a pretty common surname, probably. I mean,
Nice to know that if you have the last name Reynolds, you're going to make amazing movies.
I don't know. Ryan Reynolds has some clunkers in there.
But he's done a lot. So you're gonna have some clunkers.
Well, I mean, he's a
not Will
millionaire,
Smith.
so who am I to say, right? Because he's obviously a millionaire, but he still has
He's
some
so adorable.
piece. Okay. All right. And with that, we're going to go to break. Chiz loves Ryan Reynolds. Chiz whacks off to Ryan Reynolds six-pack, apparently.
I'd hold him. Ryan Reynolds
I'd
is
be
awesome.
cornholed by it, or not. Oh, God. Never.
Wow. Wow.
We're going to break. That's how it's called. Shut up.
Oh my goodness.
Shut up, all of you. You don't know what it's like.
No, I'm bailing. I pulled the eject cord. cut
Fuck
to
you.
black.
Shut up. It's break time. Stop talking over the
Sopranos.
music. Stop it. Like and favorite. That's not what you call it from right back.
That's not why you called. Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. That's not why you called.
Wait.
Yeah, sponsored by Monster and Wheat Thins. Welcome to back to That's Not Why You Called. And Hershey Kisses? Oh. I thought it was a cigarette or something. Monster,
one better.
Wheat Thins, and cigarettes. What is that?
All super healthy for you.
What is that?
Actually, Wheat Thins probably is weird. Is that chicken tenders?
Popeyes?
Really? Oh my.
Yeah, everybody mad now.
I'm not mad. It's fine.
Have you never had Popeyes?
No, I've had Popeyes. It's good. It's just, it makes...
It'll make you poop.
Yeah, the BMs. The BMs following a good Popeyes chicken session.
Worth it.
One time, after I played a joke on my buddy and I gave him laxatives in Coke and told him it was mint Coke, then me and my other buddy took him to KFC and made him eat. We made
Oh
him,
my God.
We made him walk with us to KFC.
You're a
to go
horrible
eat.
fucking person.
Yeah, he called me the next day after we told him, because it was at KFC that we told him. He called me the next day from the toilet. He's like, "You're a fucking asshole, dude." I'm like, ah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, because I had milk of magnesia left over from a chemistry project, and I had two friends over, my dad's house at the time, and one buddy was like, we should give our friend the milk of magnesia. I said, well, yeah, but there's no way we can pitch it. And then I had an idea, and I told him, I was like, look, my dad works for Coca-Cola, and sometimes we get trial versions because the way I sold it was, that was when Coke Vanilla, or Vanilla Coke and Vanilla Pepsi were like, they were just starting to hit the market in earnest. And I said, look, we get an advanced trial versions of this. This is mint Coke. This is the new, like, this is the realness that's coming out, because the milk of magnesia tasted like mint. And so, yeah, gave him way too much milk of magnesia. It was incredibly dangerous.
I'll never come hang out with you now because I love mint. Mint anything, I'll fucking eat it.
Now you know. If I try to play the same trick on you, now you know.
But you could just give me mint ice cream and I'd be fucked.
Oh, God, chocolate chip.
Here's
Chocolate
my
chip mint.
sauce.
Oh, chocolate chip mint ice cream. Katie, if we ever get in a fight and you want to, like, settle it down, or you want to take me somewhere, like, sweet and relatively cheap, take me to some place that's got chocolate chip mint ice cream. The green chocolate chip mint.
Okay.
Direct path to my heart.
The green chocolate chip mint as opposed
my
to
soul.
what? The red chocolate chip mint?
Yeah, sometimes they do, like, peppermint stuff.
Never seen it.
Just
have you
because you
seen the
haven't
new-
seen it doesn't mean it doesn't happen, Chiz.
I've never seen God.
Do you see the sun on the other side of the earth when it's nighttime? No, you don't, but that doesn't mean
No.
the sun disappears.
But it does disappear. It's not in my vision.
No, that doesn't mean it stops existing.
Doesn't exist for that moment in time.
It does exist.
Goes into
In the
a
meta,
parallel
in the
universe.
meta, it exists.
No. We're just in a membrane universe. You have to understand.
Right,
that.
but okay, then how does your model? Then how does your model of the universe, when the sun goes to the other side of the Earth, how does your model
It no longer
describe
exists.
daytime on the other side of the Earth?
The other side of the Earth, our membrane universe is like this. The Earth is divided in half. That
You
half
don't know what
doesn't
get the
exist.
fuck out of here. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. See, the sun exists here, but it also exists over there.
As a holographic projection,
That
as a
sun
three-dimensional
dies. Every
hologram
day
of
the
a.
sun dies and a new one is born.
Yes, I think we should start a religion around this.
Aristotle would have believed in
God.
me.
And Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. Forgot what I was gonna say now, which is never good. Oh, have you seen the Oreo watermelon flavored cookies?
No.
What?
What?
Yeah.
That
They're
sounds
new.
disgusting.
Sounds disgusting. And guess what? All right, you both get a guess. Guess what color the filling is. Katie, you go first because you talk way too much.
Pink.
All right, Lefty, I want you to go now.
Pink.
All right, you're both only half correct. It's
Is it half pink,
green.
half green?
Yes. Which is
Who would
dumb.
want that to combine with their
That's
chocolate
the
taste
worst.
anyway?
That is the. Why would you? Everyone knows watermelon is pink. Jolly Ranchers, everything. Why would you put the green in there?
Well, because the green.
That is
I mean,
the-
I understand the color
Don't they already
choice.
have the strawberry ones though, so they don't want to like confuse people, maybe. Right?
Yeah, they do have red. They do have reddish filling ones. Like I think around Christmas time they do for
Or
like
mint
peppermint.
ones. The mint, yeah.
Yeah, and the mint ones are green too. They've got mint ones that are green. So I think if
Bullshit.
they combine the two, I just want to know who focus tested that. What group of dumbass Americans got a free lunch and some watermelon flavored Oreos and were like, no, that's a pretty good idea. Fuck those
Bullshit.
people. Stop stop trying to combine shitty tastes together stop trying to combine tastes to create shitty tastes. Chocolate and watermelon does not go together. It's it.
Apparently, they do.
That sounds really gross.
It's bullshit.
Ow.
Anyway, we didn't get to this topic last week, and we're actually going to cover this because I wanted to cover it because it concerns what we do here on YouTube, and I thought it was pretty interesting. And it wasn't really something that was negative either way about the coming generation of gaming consoles. That is Sony's respective agreement or arrangement with, I believe it's Ustream, isn't it?
Yes.
Sony's is Ustream
And
and Xbox is Twitch.
Xbox.
Right, Microsoft and Xbox One with Twitch. By the way, Twitch fucking killing it, man. over the last year, killing it. First, the partnership with Black Ops 2 for their streaming thing, and now an entire console from Microsoft.
But Ustream is the biggest streaming platform.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people streaming crazy shit on Ustream. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people using Ustream, but when I think gaming live streams, when I want to go watch somebody play a video game, I go to Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well,
And they're-
because that's what it is.
Right, and they're killing it over there. So props to Twitch. Good job, those guys. Even though I'm probably still not going to buy an Xbox One. But the ability to live stream directly from your new gaming console is a thing. It's going to happen. And the question was brought to us, and I thought it very, very apt. What's that going to do to the idea of YouTube and Twitch and the gaming entertainment, the gaming video entertainment, which is different from video gaming entertainment, that business? What is it going to do to what we do? Is there going to be a huge bubble? Is there going to be a huge increase in content that washes everybody out? Or is it just going to be, a rising tide raises all boats, as they say? I think that's the axiom.
Never heard that.
You've never heard that? A rising tide raises
I've
all boats?
never heard it, but it makes
Never.
sense.
Never.
Okay, well, whatever.
I've heard it.
Maybe I'm just making it up. If I am making it up, patent pending, MFers. All right, let's go.
Well, let's look at when Black Ops enabled streaming. Did that start washing out all of the Black Ops 2 streaming people?
No, because Black Ops 2 streaming was awful.
Okay, fair enough.
But it didn't allow you to do like anything. You could stream it, and could you stream the MLG mode where you could you directly stream that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think you can stream whatever. You can
But it
also
didn't.
use
No,
your
it didn't.
Xbox
It didn't.
webcam.
It didn't wash out video game streaming, and I don't think it washed out Black Ops 2
I don't
streaming.
think it's gonna wash anything out. I mean, the thing is, it's just like now with everyone owns a fucking capture card, and they didn't a year ago. Like, there's so much on YouTube.
Capture
it'll be
cards
like
are going to be
that with
integrated too.
streaming. Yeah.
Now everybody is going to own a capture card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it'll be whoever. It's not just recording content and just streaming gameplay. Well, we'll talk about that. But just recording gameplay and talking over it isn't really going to get you anywhere unless you've got like the voice of Xbox Ahoy or something like that.
Mhm.
So I don't think the recording function is really going to wash away everyone who's already been working at it for several years now. It's just going to be I mean, look now, there's thousands and thousands of fucking people with YouTube channels, and they don't get any views or anything because they don't do anything to stand out from the giant sea of people posting content.
Mm-hmm.
You have to differentiate yourself and really put high effort into your videos now if you want to get noticed. Even the people that have been around for several years, I'm not going to name names, but people that don't innovate with the times, they lose their growth quickly, and they are in a stagnant state right now.
Mm-hmm.
You have to keep going. For the streaming, I think you're just going to see a lot of, if I go to Twitch under like whatever game, you'll just see probably a lot of streams with 1 views,
Mhm.
with nothing special to them. Some of them may not, a lot of them may be like 12-year-olds. So if you've already been doing it, you've got really nothing to worry about. And if you haven't been doing it and this is your reason to get into it, then you've got to differentiate yourself. And I don't think anyone who would hop on board now is really going to do that, because if they really wanted to, they would have went ahead and got a capture card and started doing this already.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
They
that's
may not have the
reasonable.
means, but I mean,
So,
How
but
you
you're
gonna have
not
the means
worried
to buy
about it.
$500?
You're not worried about it, quote, flooding the market and people as a result not knowing where to go and who to watch or anything like that.
no, because if there's one person making really amazing, highly edited, good commentated videos versus 1,000 people who just are going, yeah, I shot this guy here, then I shot that guy there. And
That's my favorite
I'm gonna-
kind of
I'm
commentary.
gonna open this door
I
right
only
here.
watch those. That's what I only watch.
Yeah, that's what Lefty does for his spare time. Then the person who makes the better video, it's whoever makes the better video at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if it's a pool
That's not
of-
true. No, I disagree there. I think it's whoever watches the video. Whoever
But if you
whoever
make
is
good
able to
content,
garner
people
more
are gonna
favor.
watch it.
Well, making better content puts you in an advantageous position, but it doesn't guarantee that you're going to get views. Because there are tons of people out there that create content that I could never ever touch that still can't
Yeah.
that don't get views like I do. Like they put so much work in it. They're so talented at what they do or how they sound or whatever that I could never do. But I still
Well, it's not just
pace
better
them in terms
content,
of
but
views.
like you said, obviously it puts you in a better bracket than just being in the sea of people. It's also a lot of networking, working hard, making those connections. It's a lot of work, believe it or not.
Sticking to
You
your
can't
mantra,
just-
whatever you decide to do with your channel, stick to it. Make a decision and go with it.
Yeah.
And be confident. But I don't think anybody should come away from this thinking that I'm trying to tell somebody or that Chiz is trying to tell somebody to not try it. Like if you get a console, if you don't have them, if you haven't had the money for a capture card and you've been wanting to get into YouTube or live streaming on Twitch, and then you can only decide whether, am I going to stick with what I have now and get a capture card or a microphone, or am I going to get the next generation of consoles which have a capture card and the ability to live stream? Go for it. I don't think I would ever openly discourage anybody from trying to do what I or we do. I mean, you're probably going to do it even better than I do. But I don't think we would ever actively discourage anybody from doing that.
No, it's just, it's going to be a pain in the ass. That's the truth to it. Like, you get not even every year, every month, the pool of people gets bigger. People are innovating more. It's just, you really got to work at it. Like, I've had a bunch of lucky breaks, and I'm going to go ahead and say luck, but there's also my element of talent that came into play, and Lefty's the same way. It's
What talent? I have talent?
You have some talent.
Fishing
Some.
for compliments.
Yeah. Oh, fishing for compliments. Thank you, Katie. Just take the compliment, Lefty. What's the problem? Jesus Christ.
Damn it! I was hoping you guys wouldn't think about that. Katie, why do you have to subvert me trying to do that? Why can't you just say, "Yes, Lefty, you're incredibly talented. Love you. You're the best. You're the biggest wiener." Why can't you just
She's
say
not
all
gonna
that?
lie.
Lie.
But here, let's tell some stories now. Like, I'm gonna tell Lefty's story a little bit, at least to the best of my knowledge. Lefty has been at it for a long time. When I knew him, he was, compared to me at the time, small potatoes, and he was very good at getting his points across when he was a gameplay commentary channel, and he worked for like a year getting like low numbers and stuff, but he kept doing it regardless in hopes of growth and getting picked up.
Networking, a lot of networking.
Yeah, a lot of networking until his group, our group, broke apart. He was still fucking trying out there. He got hooked up with Wings. Now that's just kind of a luck thing, and Wings happened to like him, and then that incorporated
Because
into
Wings is a
PK.
really nice guy.
Yeah, and then Wings and he got into PK through that, and that's where a lot of his growth came. But it's 50-50 luck. He got lucky to be into that situation, but it was also how he holds himself and the content he produced that made him get even into PK, and then got the subs to stick with his channel and subscribe and view him in the first place. Before Lefty in 2011, I was making gameplay commentaries, and I did a series called Band of Brothers, and I got into Woody's March Madness thing, which happened in 2011. Which, if you don't know, was a pool of 64 YouTube commentators ranging from like 100 to like, I think at the high point back then it was 150,000, like T-Mart, Onslaught, all those guys were in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where all of my growth came from, and I I made it into the Elite 8, and I should have made it into the fucking Final 4.
Who beat you?
Some dude who quit YouTube twice.
Who?
David XS. He was a British guy or whatever. I forget his name. I beat a guy, one of those renowned guys that used to get 100 kills a game or whatever. My commentary was better. Then I beat Ricky Chops, who made this elegant...
I thought you were just like letting one loose.
Oh, no, I couldn't think of his name.
Okay.
2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He made a comic, it looked like, in Call of Duty. It looked like a comic book being played out. But it was a commentator thing. He didn't commentate. So my topic was better. So I won. And then I beat T-Mart, which I feel good about. I beat T-Mart, and then I lost that one. And that's where all of my growth came from. And then I carried it to there, got lazy, and that's what you don't do. If you go away from YouTube, it's like any job. You'll get fired, essentially. So it's part luck, part you have to keep working at it. And I had I had a really easy fucking YouTube series, Road to Gold, where I would just live stream getting a gold gun, which I was pulling 400 viewers at the time.
Yeah.
And
I remember that
so I
shit.
made money there. I'd get the gold gun, go do a live commentary with the gold gun, and that video got fucking between 10 to 20,000 views, and then I post that. I was in a very good area at the time, and somebody took that series, asked for my permission, and ran with it, and they're 100,000 subs now. So you got to keep working at it. It doesn't matter where you start. So that's a little
There you
bit
go,
about our...
aspiring YouTuber.
I wish
you go.
someone would do a March Madness again. That was really cool. Pretty
Yeah.
proud of some of those videos.
Yeah, that's where a lot of people discovered Eat My Diction as well, right?
Yep, he was eating a pie while doing a commentary.
I've always liked his brand of humor. It's pretty good.
I'm happy I beat. It was funny because when I made that final video to go against in the Elite Eight, the other contestants remaining were scared of me because they thought I already had it in the bag. And the comments, it wasn't based on a comment voting because, you know, if someone had 100,000
Right.
subs, they'd win by the comment section. It was 5 anonymous judges, which I know some of them now, fucking bastards. And everybody thought I had it in the bag, and I lost it by like 1 vote or whatever. That was when I played Portal 2 with Woody, which he brings up from time to time. 2011 was a good fucking year, and I fucked it up.
Yep. Oh well. Me too. But
Super Secret Awesome Project 411, Digit Now.
Digit now?
Digit Now.
Digit now. Oh.
Digit Now.
I thought you
I
were
don't
trying
even
to
know
tell
where
me-
that came from.
Tell me to ditch it now.
Digit Now?
Yeah.
Digit.
You know, some people we saw Wings today go
Yes,
on
we
a
did.
go on a rant. We were talking about it before the show, and you know, I love Wings to death, and it just you know, it breaks my well, I don't want to sound like a
Do it.
well, it hurts to see him in pain
By the way,
because
for the record, Lefty. Oh shit! What did I do? Oh, I hit enter on the stream.
what the fuck?
I hit enter in YouTube. I was in the comment box and it said, "Oops, your comment is too short." So I thought I broke something. Lefty really his first big YouTuber I want to say was really Wings. He knew other people. I'm not
Well,
gonna name names
Snipinator
now.
had like
Snipinator
40,
and stuff, but those
50K.
are people that, you know, we had a group and they all broke apart, and a lot of those people don't even make videos anymore.
Yeah,
I think Snipinator still does. I don't know.
I don't think so.
But he found Wings, and in 2011, I think, or it might have been 2010 when I started YouTube, Wings would always, I think he still does it today, he tweets out when he's going to go play with people and ask people to join his team, and I hit him up every night at like 2 in the morning my time because I didn't have a real sleep schedule, and I would play with him, and I could hold my own, so he ended up friending me, and that was a good moment, and we talked and stuff, and it was a good time. So Wings, that's how I met Wings, and Lefty did similar things with DayZ.
Yeah, and Wings is responsible for
Wings
pretty
is
much
a
where I
good
am.
guy.
Wings is responsible for me knowing Katie in a way.
Yep.
Because
I'd say
Katie
so.
only learned of me because she watched Wings play DayZ with me and then found my channel through that. But, you know, it sucks to see a guy like Wings trying to, you know, struggling. And I guess it's struggling for a sense of identity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he doesn't, he
Trying to
knows
find
what
his
he,
place.
right, he knows where he wants to be, but he doesn't know exactly how he wants to get there. And, you know, it just sucks to see him, even though he's, to many people, he's this astronomically large channel, dwarfing even mine still. It's this very, very similar to what other people go through when they're trying to break into YouTube, is they're struggling for that sense of identity and they don't know what to do. You know, Wings says all the time, I don't want to play Call of Duty. I don't want to play Call of Duty, but he's very tentative about, you know, he dips that toe into non-Call of Duty and then figures out in this metaphor, the water's cold, and then he's got to go back to Call of Duty for a little bit. And that, you know, that hurts a little bit. So,
And that's where it comes back down to, you've just got to pick what you want and stick with it through the hard times. Nothing's easy. So theoretically, I mean, Wings could drastically change his content, say, hey, I'm not posting any more Call of Duty now, and just do that from that point. And yeah, of course, with anything, there's going to be a big shock. People are going to unsub and stop watching, but the people who stick around are going to stick with those new videos, and then theoretically grow with that new way you're taking your channel. If you keep flip-flopping, it's like in politics. You keep flip-flopping, you're going to start losing your voters because they don't know really where you stand on the issue. You know, like I was telling Lefty earlier, he says, all right, I'm doing, you know, The Last of Us. So the COD people go, well, I don't want to watch this, and they leave. But then he goes, oh, I'm not getting views from The Last of Us, and goes back to COD. Well, now The Last of Us people are mad, so they leave, and the COD people have already left and stopped watching because they thought he wasn't going to do COD anymore. So you shoot yourself in the foot when you don't stick with what you want. You know, at the end of the day, you should do what you want to do. I know he doesn't want to hear that, but I don't know. It's better doing that and hoping something good eventually comes out of it than being miserable, doing something you never want to do and hope to eventually get out of. Well, you're never going to get out of it if you don't take that first step and keep walking.
There you go. That's great advice.
I love you. Don't block us.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Fuck you.
Oh. Why would I say I love you to you? That was a message to Wings.
I know, yeah. Well, everybody should go love Wings. Wings is a really nice guy.
Don't block me.
To keep this, to keep it in the metaphor, it's like this. If you've got a favorite FM radio station, a lot of people listen.
Please, satellite. What the fuck are we in 1999?
Well, but it even works for satellite. Whatever you're listening to, let's say it's pop music, right? Just straight pop, top 20 charts, playing over and over and over, rinse, repeat. Well, let's say 1 month they change a format. They say, no, we're going metal. We want metal. Well, the people will come and they'll listen, and if they like metal, they'll continue to listen to that radio station. But if they just want the top 20 or top 40 and they don't like metal, they're going to go away. But if that same station 2 months later or a month later says, well, wait a minute, no, we're back to pop again, well, there are going to be some people that come back, but not many. And I remember when I changed formats on my channel in terms of what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it, you know, like I said earlier, run that gambit and try to be, you know, have what I like from this style of like Let's Play channel or comedic gaming channel, and then also the topical commentaries, and I try to combine them. When I made an first earnest effort to do that, there was a huge shock. No, not Ernest Goes to Camp.
That's not what I was thinking.
Oh,
but you were talking about YouTube, what you did before, and then you said Ernest. So.
Oh yeah. He doesn't like me.
I giggled.
That's okay.
And it's also something I don't think. I'm not taking a dig, but with Let's Play channels, how they get their views is the long tail and through the collective group of videos you put out. It's not like Call of Duty where you can put out one video a day and get 40,000 views. It's I put out 6 videos in one day and I just got 80,000 views type thing. Like Gom is a friend of mine. I'm gonna say Lefty as well too. And Gom gets like 1 million views a month. He's only got like 47,000 subs, but like he did his Last of Us Let's Play, 48 parts, each 22 minutes, and he started Friday and finished Monday. So that's 48 videos in like 4 days. Okay, like that's how you get your views. You have to understand that it's not. So when you see low view count on this video, you have to think, well, if I multiply that by 10, it's not so bad, you know. And we have batch rendering now, so it's not so bad.
Yeah. But I'm not one of those people that likes to leave my computer on over the night. Like when I go to bed, I want my computer off.
Oh, this never turns off.
Yeah. But I can't because that's the same reason why I don't overclock my CPU, because I'm a gigantic vagina.
See, the reason I don't do that is because after you do it, you've got to run the tests, and the tests take like up to 12 to. The best bet is 24 hours. You just leave it on and see if it fails. And I just don't have that kind of time. I got to keep using this.
Right, but also I don't want if my CPU fails, it's not like I can go out and buy another one. I can't just be like, oh shucks, got to go get another one. If this CPU dies, I'm screwed. My YouTube channel is officially in the toilet. Well, I mean, it kind of is in the toilet now, but it's really like it's in the piping of the toilet, like
another
being flushed.
Story. I have another funny story from the past. When I first started, I started doing Minecraft really early, and I was doing it with $2 before he was big at the time, but until he got ginormous like now. And I remember my desktop was a piece of shit, my laptop was better, so I would render it on there, but a 10-minute video would take 14 hours on this laptop. So I ended up at the time I only had like 2,000 subs. This is right when I got my partnership, or was right about to, and I ended up raising like, I think I raised $400 from just the amount of subs I had at the time, and $2 threw me over like $300, and I ended up getting the desktop I was using before I got this one. Felt like sharing a story, and I shared a story.
That's what this show is all about.
Stories.
I don't know why you have to try to defend yourself from criticisms that aren't there.
Stories.
Stories. We will tell the stories.
I need a pipe.
Hey, Katie.
Yo.
You want to try to keep us on time or play sound bites, or how about you keep doing neither? We'll be right back. That's not why he called. I'm just kidding.
That bar is yellow, bitch.
Actually,
Don't
it was
call.
orange.
You be nice to her.
Now there's no bar.
You don't talk to her like that. I can talk to her like that.
There's no
because
bar.
I can say.
No, you can't.
I can say, but no. I can only because I can say, Katie, I'm sorry, I love you. Okay, we'll be right back. That's not why you called. Be sure to like the stream. We appreciate it. We'll be right back.
You got dick tits.
I have tits on my dick. Like your favorite.
What?
Nothing.
That's not why you called. Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central. That's not why you called.
Welcome back. That's not why you called. I could be in a screamo, man. I could totally do it.
Fuck that.
I could. Anyway, welcome back. That's Not Why You Called. Episode number 9. We are in the last half of the show, and I apologize to Katie. I apparently missed out on probably her greatest contribution ever to the show. She made a George Carlin bit reference when I was talking about my channel being down the toilet.
Wait, did you say down the tubes?
I said down the...
He was like, my channel is like in the piping, and I was like, down the tubes? What tubes?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
And no one said anything.
Yeah,
And
I totally missed it, and that was great. No, that was perfect.
I believe it.
That was perfect comedic timing. Down the tubes. What tubes? Everybody go look up that joke. Oh, God, that was a great bit. Yeah, I do feel bad. I feel awful.
Because she got every reference I've made. Really obscene ones she picked up on, so I feel like crap. I blame you. You were talking over. You steamrolled right through it.
It was my fault. I will own up to it. It was my fault. It was my fault. Katie's one contribution to the show tonight, and I just because she won't play sound clips, and she's off keeping us on time to go to break.
That wasn't me. That was the Hangout toolbar freezing. It really was.
Lefty, what's that?
Don't
sound like to you?
Sounds like bullshit to me.
It's not. I swear.
It sounds and smells. You smell that? Bullshit. Bucket of chicken.
Yep, we all knew where that one was going.
Oh, really? You love when I do that.
I know, it's hilarious.
but you just threw. You know what? Screw it.
Because we all knew
we are
exactly
officially
what
fighting.
You were gonna say.
We are officially fighting.
Oh, really? Am I in the middle of it? Mommy, Daddy, no.
No, I'm fighting with you too. Fuck you too. For something.
What'd I do?
I don't know.
You're not supposed to beat up on the child.
What?
Says who?
I said, in the middle of a fight, Mommy, Daddy, why would you take it out on the child?
Technically, I'm the one in the middle.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yo, you're good, you. You're not just good. You're better than good. You're real good.
You're great, kid. You're great.
No, it's an Analyze This, or was it Analyze That? I think it was Analyze This reference.
No, that's a stupid thing.
No, that was a good movie.
No, I hate how they named it because I don't know which one. Analyze That came first, right?
No, it's Analyze This. I think it's Analyze This came first, and then Analyze That was
Katie,
after.
Google.
Katie, which came first, Analyze This or Analyze That? You're right. It was stupid. It was stupid naming.
Oh,
but...
I don't want to type in analyze. Okay.
Because you have to type anal. I was right. See? I was right. Everybody made fun of me. Oh, mine's in the gutter. But no, when you type analyze, you can't help but be like, anal.
I didn't even. I mean, I got it after, but I didn't go there.
Yeah. Anyway.
Analyze This was first. Analyze That was second.
Analyze This was first? Okay.
Yes, Analyze This was in 1999. Analyze That was 2002.
It was it's not a good mob movie at all, but I mean in terms of a comedy, it's standard Billy Crystal and
I prefer to Throw Mama from the Train, but maybe I'm just that kind of guy.
Well, no, Throw Mama from the Train was a fantastic movie. Billy Crystal's best, I would say. But
probably
with Danny DeVito,
What about City Slickers?
No, City Slickers was just
The first one.
No,
have you seen the second one, by the way?
Yes, I've seen Curly's.
Oh my God.
The Legend of Curly's Gold, and it's awful.
Here we go.
So
But
bad.
City Slickers, both of them were just like, oh, well, we're from the city, and ha ha ha, we're from New York. Of course, we're not going to get being out here in the desert. But Throw Mama from the Train was like.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Throw Mama from the Train was better than City Slickers.
It was.
City Slickers is still in the top 3 of a Billy.
Yeah,
Crystal.
City Slickers is. City Slickers is good for what it was, which is just the traditional fish out of water comedy, which was okay. Legends of Curly Gold can go kiss a sick monkey's wet ass, but no, but Throw Mama from the Train. If you think about it, it was a comedy, but it was also kind of really screwed up. Like like Danny DeVito's character was comedic, but at times also kind of like, whoa, like that's fucked up.
It was also kind of it was a really good parody movie. From Strangers on a Train.
Yeah. So yeah, Billy Crystal movies. You just ranked the top 3 Billy Crystal.
Dude, he looks like shit, by the way. He did not age well.
Oh, that's got to be attempted plastic surgery that just screwed up.
Oh yeah, it's got
That's plastic face. He looks
so bad.
He looks worse than almost as bad as Bruce Jenner.
Like Sean Connery, you put his wig on, dude. He looks like he's still 50.
Right. But no, but he's almost as bad.
But
as
he's not
Billy Crystal's
fucking-
almost as bad as Bruce Jenner.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Bruce Jenner,
Ooh.
bad. What's wrong with you,
Don't
Bruce?
fuck with your face, as Bill Burr would say. You can't
No.
fix this.
But you know who fucked with their face and looks fine? William
Who?
Shatner.
Oh yeah, I forgot he had
He's
plastic surgery.
what is he? He's 82 or something.
He's up there. Yeah, he's really old.
Like that. Like he was acting in the 50s. He was acting.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
pretty ancient.
But he's 82. He doesn't look a day over 65. I would be like, that guy is 60, 61 if I was one of those guys at the carnival that guesses the age.
Oh, am I? You know what I was thinking of? This is random. That's what we do. Jason Statham. I love Jason Statham, but he's in one role. That's all he does.
Right,
He
he's Jason
beats the
Statham.
shit out of people, but that's what makes him awesome. You know who else is that? Clint Eastwood. He doesn't always beat people up, and he does a big variety of movies, but he's still like the same role. He's a old badass dude set in his ways.
Grumpy dude.
Yeah. Like there's no difference
no,
between him
no.
from him back in the day. Yeah.
No. His
He's the same dude.
his Dirty Harry roles were. No,
But he was a badass then. He's a badass now. Look at his roles. He plays like an old Gramps,
See,
but he's
yeah, right. He's an old grandpa's a bad. I just don't know what's the difference between his Western roles and Dirty Harry. If that's the same
Nothing.
character,
It's the
then
same character.
okay. But still, Dirty Harry was a badass character.
Dirty Harry is a phenomenal movie.
Dirty Harry.
But I like all his stuff he's been making the past couple years. Like
With his director?
Gran Torino was good. I like that one. He's calling people gooks and shit. I told you about that Trouble with the Curve one. That one was good as well. The only one I refuse to
Trouble
ever
with the
watch
Curve.
again.
Come on.
The only one I refuse to watch again is $1 Million Baby, because that is a
Spoiler
horrible,
alert! She dies at the end.
horrible, sad fucking movie,
I've never seen it, but I know she dies at the end.
dude. I'm gonna give it to you really
I'm not-
quick, Cliff Notes.
Okay, all right, go for it.
Because I have to share how bad it is. So he's training this girl, right? She becomes an awesome boxer. She's in the ring. She falls. The bar stool. Well, the stool falls, and so it's on its side. She falls, and her neck slams right on the seat of it, and she snaps her spine or whatever. She's paralyzed from the neck down. So she's paralyzed now. That's fun. She has nothing worth to live for anymore. She cannot physically kill herself. She bites her fucking tongue off in the hospital to choke in her own blood. That goes wrong. They save her tongue and everything. So Clint Eastwood, after going through all this shit with her, has to walk in and kill her himself with whatever shit he found in the hospital and then walk away. That's the whole movie.
Okay. Wow.
Spoiler alert for the fucking 8-year-old movie that's depressing and horrible. And I think that movie won like a bunch of Academy Awards too.
That's basically just disaster porn for humans. You know, Michael Bay's like disaster porn movies. That's just
Yeah.
basically like the Passion of the Christ was basically just here's fucked up shit happening to Jim Caviezel for 2.5 hours. Give me Oscar now, please. And then I'm going to get drunk and go start yelling racial and ethnic.
Gran Torino
slurs.
had a sad ending too, but it was a righteous ending.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the character. Spoiler alert: the character had to die. So
Yeah, but for the greater good.
whatever. I don't.
Fuck his kids. Go with the gooks.
Oh God! All right. Anyway, so we want to talk about. There's I released a video today, or I uploaded a video today concerning the Defense of Marriage Act, which was yesterday deemed a part of the Defense of Marriage Act was deemed unconstitutional by the Supreme Court of the United States of America. So now no longer can the federal government, and that's a key distinction, no longer can the federal government define marriage as an act between a man and a woman and thus deny federal benefits, whether they be tax or other kind of supplements,
Right.
from gay couples, which I think good.
Yeah.
Some people try to play the skullduggery with regards to, oh, well, it's marriage is defined between a man and a woman. Why can't they just be happy with civil unions? First of all, why are
They
you
don't get
tied?
any of the fucking benefits.
Right, they don't.
And
And
That's
also-
the reason they want to get married.
Why are you so tied to a word? Why does the word mean so much to you? even if it is your little fairy tale book, okay, but do the meanings of words not change throughout time? Isn't that the whole purpose of etymology, of the study of words and how they've evolved over time? The word of marriage, yeah, it was traditionally meant kind of maybe be a man and a woman, or it's in practice it has always for a long time been that, and everything else has just been kind of shunned. But why do gay people getting married affect you? Chiz, has any kind of marriage ever impacted you from two people whom you do not know, whether it be homosexual or heterosexual? Has that marriage ever directly impacted you?
No.
Okay.
Boom. In the civil, why don't you just take civil union? Then that falls right under the separate but equal argument right there. It's like, well, it's the same thing, but
just different. It's separate,
you
but
know?
it's equal.
There's a black drinking fountain. There's a white drinking fountain. What's the problem? You know, doesn't really work.
There's black schools and there are white schools. They're separate, but they're equal. We've tried that once before.
Equal ampersand.
And it didn't work. That's Jim Crow laws and de jure racism. Separate but equal.
The rights. That's what they wanted. It's not even. I mean, some of them do care about the word, and why they care so much about a word revolving around a religion that hates them. I don't understand that aspect of it, but they really want the rights.
Well, I think that's my argument, though, is that I think that the definition of marriage, the use of marriage, has changed. It's not a religious institution anymore. It's a way for people to express a loving bond and to symbolize that bond. And on top of that, there's the legal benefits from the federal government. And my reason for saying is that it's no longer an institution unto religion is because a lot of those same people that are thumping their Bibles about marriage is a religious act, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Where are they when the topic of divorce comes up? Because what does the Bible say about divorce? And how many of them have had divorces or will have a divorce? See,
Noah divorced his wife.
And that tells me that the whole idea of hiding, shielding, or backstopping marriage with religion is just bullshit. The idea of marriage has morphed from a traditionally religious. I was told in the comments earlier today that the concept of marriage has been around for even longer than modern religions, which if that's entirely probably true, but I am not at all authorized to speak on that because I have no idea. But it's just like, it's how I treat Christmas. I am not a Christian, but I still celebrate Christmas.
I like free things.
Well, that, of course. But I also like going out and buying presents for family members and loved ones. And I like singing Christmas carols. Yes, I bought you Steam games and you bought me Steam games.
I did.
As part of the holiday sale. It was really kind of gay, now that I think about it, because two dudes buying games for each other.
If it makes it better, I bought you some games too.
You're not involved in this conversation.
Thanks, sweetie. No. But I choose, to me, and I hope, and one of the things I don't really like about some atheists is they say, oh, Christmas, I'm not celebrating that shit. It's like, well, why can't you just see it as a time to celebrate your family towards the end of the year and to, Thanksgiving, but why not thank them again? Why not revel in the fact that you have family members and loved ones with whom you can share gifts and love at the end of hopefully another successful year? Why is that so bad? Okay, yeah, we call it Christmas. And yeah, the word Christ is a part, but that doesn't, I know I'm not worshiping Christ by doing it. I'm just celebrating with my family. And I'm showing them love and I'm trying to positively impact their life. Why is that such a big deal? So why can't marriage change in the same way that the idea of Christmas has also morphed for me, and I would hope other people.
But it hasn't even really. It doesn't fall under your example because we've kind of purged the word Christmas because of that with the political correctness of holidays.
No, fuck that. It's Christmas. It's fucking Christmas.
But see, we haven't changed the word of Christmas. We've just kind of bandaged it with happy holidays. We've half-assed it. So instead of marriage, we'll just be like, everything's a union.
Happy union.
And then we'll piss off all the unions. You can't call it a fucking union.
Where the real unions? We're the Pipe Fitter Brotherhood.
Teamsters.
Local 295. $35 an hour, 2 no-show days a week. I've been watching a lot of Sopranos.
I've been working here for 35 years. They can't kick me out if I shot the superintendent. Seniority, motherfucker.
Oh boy.
What if you shot the sheriff, though?
But not the deputy?
Not the deputy.
It's cool.
The sheriff.
Let it slide.
Okay.
I shot the sheriff. Did not shoot the deputy.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Sopranos, and no-show days are a big part of
I should
negotiations.
probably watch that. It was funny. The Tony Soprano stuff just came up recently. I'm using that because I don't remember his fucking real name.
James Gandolfini.
James Gandolfini. And yesterday was the Family Guy episode where it was the Lois kills Stewie and Stewie kills Lois two-parter, and they were talking about how the whole thing was simulation. Like, well, that would really piss people off. He's like, well, at least it's better than The Sopranos where it just cut the black. And they cut the
Yeah, that was a really good ending for that episode of Family Guy. That was really good tongue-in-cheek stuff.
Sodoma and Prop 8.
Well, the Defense of Marriage Act, unconstitutional. So at the federal level of government,
Yes.
they cannot deny you benefits because you're gay and trying to get married.
Mm-hmm.
That is unconstitutional. If you're a gay couple and married, you are entitled to federal benefits.
Yes.
Now, the question comes, two parts. Number one,
Okay.
does the full faith and credit clause now mean that a state which does not recognize gay marriage is obligated to recognize the marriage, the gay marriage license granted in another state? Does that full faith and credit clause now kick in that the Supreme Court has ruled that federally the federal government cannot define your marriage for you?
That was close.
What happened? Did you
I almost just spilled a drink. I'm moving that.
Klutz.
That would have been so bad.
Oh, because it would have been right
there.
on your computer and your bad.
I caught it though.
580 twin
caught it.
brother.
Yeah, that
You got it for Valentine's Day.
slash
Birthday.
birthday. It was Valentine's and birthday combined. Because
Why do you celebrate Valentine's Day? Do you believe in the Greek mythological being of Cupid? I hope it's Greek, not Roman.
I don't know. I celebrate it because it's either that or Sweetest Day.
Oh, shut the
I
fuck
don't
up.
even know what the hell that is.
It's bullshit.
bullshit
Sweetest Day is
holiday.
fucking bullshit.
It's bullshit.
It's a bullshit Hallmark holiday created by Hallmark, probably run by a woman, that's like, we need an extra day to make men buy worthless shit.
Yeah. it's
Sweetest
bullshit.
Day. Here you go. Fucking jerk
To
off.
answer your question, though, I honestly don't know, because the rule is federal law trumps state law, but obviously that doesn't really matter when it comes to things like,
But there's...
I mean, states have the right to do as they want, as seen by
We'll talk
Colorado and Texas, but
We're jumping ahead. I like
don't
where
have
you're
an
going,
answer.
though. I like it.
do you have an answer? Because I don't have an answer, because federal law trumps state law, but states are allowed to have their own thing, so it's like, what's the point of states making their own law if federal law at the end of the day is all that matters?
Well, there have been legal arguments made that
Oops.
the Constitution defines the federal government. It grants the government power, right? And there's a specific list of things that the government is allowed to do as per the Constitution. Coin and make money, take out loans on the federal government's credit to keep a standing army, to engage in treaties to affect excise taxes and tariffs.
I wish
and-
that treaty one was okay with the states.
yeah. And there's another like kind of general wording to keep the welfare of the country, blah 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 blah. But everything else is given to the states in the Constitution. It says everything not enumerated lies with the states, and so the legal theory goes, as I understand it, and I could be totally wrong here, and I probably am a little bit, that federal law only trumps state law when the federal law is in pursuit of one of the enumerated powers.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of like a treaty, right? In terms of a treaty, that is federal law that is in pursuit of a specifically enumerated power, and thus it is the supreme law of the land. That's an argument as to the interpretation. Some people just say if the federal law passes, it's the supreme law of the land. That's it.
So when the feds start raiding medical marijuana dispensaries, technically they're out of their jurisdiction. By what you just said.
Maybe the federal government or the Supreme
Seems
Court.
so wishy-washy. I don't.
It's tough because there's a part of the enumerated powers that for the welfare of the state or the welfare of the union or something like that. I forget the exact wording, but it's like it's just a little ambiguity that the Supreme Court has, at least up until now, ruled widely on to say this gives the federal government standing to legislate this or that, or interstate commerce is another one, an enumerated power that gets really perverted by the federal government to interfere in states' rights. The idea of the federal government is supposed to regulate trade within the states or between the states, which is probably a good idea. And here's the other question. Proposition 8, which was California's own version of the Defense of Marriage Act, which defined marriages between a man and a woman and outlawed gay marriage, it wasn't deemed unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. It was dismissed on standing, which I don't think sets precedence. Which what I think that means, that's the Supreme Court saying, in effect, the federal government can't tell you what your marriage is supposed to be like, or the federal government can't dictate marriage in the United States, but the states can. Because that's why they didn't rule effectively on Proposition 8. Because if they had said the state of California, it is unconstitutional for the state of California to deny gay couples the right to marry or the benefits to marry, then that rules it out at the state level. It's like this. Remember when California was suing the ESA, or the ESA was suing the state of California over their video game law, where they said it would make it a crime to sell a mature-rated game to a minor? Well, that was a state level act, but it went to the federal Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled in favor of, I believe, the plaintiffs, the ESA, and that made not only the California state law unconstitutional, but it made any other state law trying to accomplish similar things unconstitutional. So if they would have ruled on Proposition 8, they would have effectively outlawed even states from trying to interfere with marriage. Good talk. Sorry. But that's bam.
Is he frozen?
Is he frozen to you, or is he just typing?
He was frozen.
What the hell happened? There's two of him. I thought he was just typing. Oh well. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
That's why he wasn't talking, I guess.
Yeah. Because I sat there, I'm like, he cannot be holding that same face.
Katie, gay marriage. What are your thoughts on the federal government being able to tell? You're back. What happened?
My internet dropped out.
Oh, stupid internet.
Comcast's fault, not my fault.
You're off the show again.
Bam.
That was good acting. It looked like there were some tears. Everything good now? Where did you cut out? Where did you take over? Because people are probably tired of hearing
I
me
just
talk.
cut out for like 2 seconds at the end there.
Okay.
You started going into Prop 8, and that's where I tried to go reset my router. So I didn't hear what you said at the end.
Well, just basically the Proposition 8 is state level, and the very fact that the Supreme Court didn't rule substantively on it means probably that they're trying to make it a state issue. And here's the question, and now that leads us into this perfect topic because as you were covering the filibuster of a Democratic congresswoman in the state of Texas, in the Texas legislature, on an anti-abortion act. Chiz, why don't you fill us in on that? Give us the basics of what was going on up in Texas that late night.
4 minutes.
We're gonna take a break. All right, we're like,
like 1 minute.
Now Katie steps. Now Katie steps in. Like, oh, here's the time now to step in.
Fetuses are evil. Teaser.
I wonder why I don't do it.
Bam! Stem cell research, motherfuckers. Boom. Be right back. That's not why you called. Be sure to like the stream. We appreciate it, of course, always when you do. We love to see that scroll.
Everyone who likes the stream right now is going to get a tweet from me saying bonerific.
You are also going to get a free fetus with which you can research stem cells.
And then some wheat thins.
And smoky barbecue wheat thins. These are the greatest things ever. Seriously, I love them. We're not even getting paid. All right, we'll be right back. That's my call.
Penis tits.
Penis tits. Boner soup.
Boner soup.
Ugh.
That's not why you called. Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central. That's not why you called.
Welcome back. That's
Welcome
not why you
back to
called.
That's How You Called.
Fuck you. You dick. Was this you two cavorting in between the break? Was that?
No.
I just felt like doing that, but we were curious why you were dancing and grooving.
Because I was grooving to the music, baby.
What? Oh, you can hear it.
Yeah, because I can hear it when I'm playing. I'm just like. And
And then when I went like this, you went like this. So
I thought you were asking how long until we came back. I didn't know if you knew. Like how long was left in the break.
you really shouldn't be left alone to your own devices.
I was dancing to the beat of the music, okay?
He was having a good
You just
time.
help fulfill the white stereotype that white people can't dance, because this was your dancing.
That was not at all my dancing. I just gave you my
That was your
dance.
dancing, maybe, but
Show it.
I was doing this right here. That shit was the hotness. That's the
It really
realness,
was.
okay?
Just
The
I can't
realness.
handle myself right now.
That's a step up.
Wait, what? You can't handle what? Why?
Yeah,
What's wrong?
just too much
Not feeling good?
hotness.
Oh, okay. Anyway, welcome back. That's not what you called. We're in the home stretch, and we're going to be talking about some abortion.
Wow. Dark. So dark. Speaking of abortion and penises, I did in fact tweet everyone who liked the stream Bonerific during that time. So
Bam!
I'll keep doing it if you keep liking it. And I also promised if we start to average 1,000 viewers, I will twerk at the beginning of every show.
I think you're going to... don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah. I'll bite the bullet.
How about we just work towards 1,000 concurrent viewers every night, because a lot of people like the show. How about that? Because they like the show and they want to help us grow.
Yeah.
And I
Be
don't know why I'm
realistic,
rhyming
motherfucker.
so. I'm just
Fucking
continuing.
Dr. Seuss. Dr.
All right,
Seuss
anyway,
indoctrinating children.
I read Dr. Seuss, and I'm not. I am. Who am I
You
kidding?
just started rhyming.
I was rhyming, okay? I got my rhyme book, dude. I'm dropping it on the beat. Drop the beat for me. You know what? Shut up. Tell us about this 15-hour
So I took a
filibuster in the
coat
Texas.
hanger up a girl's snatch once. Yeah.
God.
So
Senator Rick Perry does not approve of your former home state, the
So
Lone Star
Senate
State.
Bill 5 was going to not allow abortions after the 20-week mark, which was not that big a deal because that's like, what, 5 months in, which everybody's fine. But to keep up with to keep the hospitals for abortions at a very elevated standard in all these, things, they were going to reduce the amount of abortion clinics from like 50 in the entire state of Texas to 5. Or it was in some astronomical
It was an
like that.
effective outlaw of abortion. It wasn't an
Right.
overt outlaw of
No,
abortion.
it was just a way to really squash it
right.
without saying this is a bill that is going to make abortion illegal in the state. It's just going to make it very fucking hard, and you're going to have your child. And Senator Wendy Davis,
Yes, I believe
was her
that's right.
name? Yeah. She filibustered up for either 11 or 14 hours, I forget how long, wearing her awesome pink running shoes. They looked comfortable. So wearing a smashing white dress, though, to compliment it. Filibustered for that. Did you say no?
I said, yep.
Oh, okay. It's like,
Wait, did Katie just say another chick was hot?
she agreed with me.
There
The
was a nice
profile?
fucking dress.
She had a nice dress
Wearing
on.
pink shoes.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't.
Nikes.
I didn't see like
I'm sure they were pink Nikes.
actual pictures. I didn't see.
They
I
look
didn't-
like Nikes.
I didn't know what Katie was referring to. Okay. Anyway.
Anywho, she filibustered. Got everybody all commotion. There were like 400 people outside the Capitol on the outside, and I think like 100 something on the inside. They just filled the entire thing protesting against the bill, obviously. And she did her due diligence, did the filibuster, and I forget what the reasoning was, but if she ran past midnight, they couldn't take a vote. I don't really know how that part worked. I didn't look into it because filibusters have gone on for way longer than that before. And so she did, but the vote was taken right beforehand. Don't know how that works, but they did it. Then they started changing the timestamp of when the bill was introduced or something like that, of when they could vote on it. They changed it last minute, so that was pretty fucking sketchy. They completely cheated the whole system, right, with doing that. They took the vote anyway. They changed the timestamp. They did all this shady shit to get the bill through, because I think with the voting they did, it would have passed. It was like 19 to 10 or something like that. But then they had the senators come back and concur, and the bill ended up dying there on the floor. Good.
Well, that bill did, but
Bill did, but he already has come out and said it will be brought back or another iteration of it will be brought back. Where Perry already fucking said it. I'm like, all right, she's ready for round 2. She had no problem doing that. And I found the funniest part of it was they said she went off topic when she started talking about either women's rights or something. It was related in some regards, but she went off topic. And they said, like, her filibuster had ended there, something like that along those lines. But she went off topic. And I'm just like, you're being a little sexist right now, because there are many instances where people will pull the phone book out, start reading from Aaron A. Aronson down through the phone book, reading fucking names. They'll pull out the Bible and just start reading Proverbs just to keep the clock going. So I thought that was really funny. And then they did the whole cheating thing to get their steamroller bill through. I have nothing more to say.
I just, obviously the kind of subversive things that they tried to do to get that, changing the timestamps, which I saw, because what they do, there was a hard clock. The bill could not be voted on past midnight. There was a hard cap. You could not pass the bill on whatever the next day was, past the midnight turn. And originally, the website for the Congress showed that the bill had passed, but on the next day. And the reason that was because the website isn't there's not a webmaster going in and trying to change like a chart like in Excel. What the website does is it pulls from a database and then it displays it on the website. And in order to change the date change the shown date on which the SB 5 passed, somebody would have to have altered the database, which is forging official documents, which is a pretty serious, you get in trouble for that kind of thing. Yeah. So that was really not cool. I mean, the idea of the gamesmanship of the parliamentarian, you went too long in your filibuster, we hand the floor to this person. Again, shady, of course, trying to affect the change that they want to get this bill pushed through, yes. But the real one for me was when they were trying, clearly altering official state documents to try to...
And that's the thing, like, I don't agree with the bill whatsoever. I'm pro-choice on that matter. And if you're pro-life, I may not agree with you, but you're entitled to your opinion. Same thing when it comes to religion. So if it passed, it passed. I'm not that happy it passed, but it would have passed if it legitimately passed. Where I get pissed off at is the sketchiness, shady tactics of just steamrolling a piece of legislation through. That's where I draw the line.
Well, I think filibustering is in the same family of congressional tactics as trying to call a point of order and saying that the filibuster is done because they went off topic. They're similar things. They're on the same level, but trying to forge documents after a successful filibuster is illegal and a crime to try to get your bill through, and that wouldn't be okay. And that's an interesting thing. I got into it on Twitter with a few people about the idea of the right of the state of Texas to say that abortion isn't okay, that you can't have an abortion. Now, I like you, am pro-choice. I would argue for let women have an abortion whenever they want, under whatever circumstances they want. If rape and incest, obviously, that should be the base. Rape and incest, you got to be able to have an abortion. But even then, if you decide you want to go to Paris and you have a child, you're with child, and you want to get an abortion, well, you're a piece of shit, but okay. Yeah. Like, how about we give the animal the rights, and then let's teach the animal, let's teach the humans and foster that idea of, well, I made a commitment with this child, and I want to go to Paris, and I'd really like to go to Paris, and I have the money, and with the child, I won't be able to go to Paris for at least a decade. well, I made a commitment, maybe I should stick with the child. How about let's make that the thought process instead of, well, I hope I don't go to jail trying to get this abortion because I really want to go to Paris.
Right, and let's also keep running with your example right there. What looks better, and the hardcore pro-lifers, I already know what you're going to say on this, but aborting the child so this person can go to Paris and do whatever she wants, or I'd rather her do that than the other hand where she has the child, she fucking leaves it with like the aunt or something. The kid is just going to be raised in a fucked up environment, and that's going to affect him a whole lot, and this could be a really bad – this is going to be a fucked up person that gets raised and is a part of society. Mm-hmm. And they're going to go through hell. They're going to have a horrible childhood because their mother would rather go to Paris and spend all her money doing whatever she wants because she's having a midlife crisis.
There's enough people. There are enough people that are raised. Yeah. There are enough parents that shouldn't be having children that do have children anyway, perfectly legally. Not because they were raped or not because they got pregnant and weren't expecting it, but they wanted to have kids, but they really shouldn't have kids. Yeah. And they have them now, and they're fucked up. And they fuck up their kids. Like the guy
who had like 21 children across 5 different fucking women or something like that.
The Octomom. You know, what's that family that just keeps having kids? I mean, they're really rich in the South. You know, Katie,
what's their name?
Something Kate plus 8?
No. Johnny, fuck those two, by the way.
They broke up or whatever.
Good. I hope they both get hit by a bus. But whoever they are, but you know, just those kinds of people.
The Duggars.
The Duggars.
They have 19 kids.
But they're incredibly rich, so it's not like, you know, they're feeding off the
thing.
state.
They're using. Oh, okay.
No. They are incredibly rich. They are not.
They were wealthy before they even had the show and everything.
They just have kids because they can.
But still, after like your fucking 6th child, you don't have the. This is a Bill Burr quote. You don't have the DNA to make anyone fucking functional after that. You're just turning out retards, for lack of a better term.
No, but
and you physically cannot give the love and care each child needs when you have that many. At that point, you have a fucking classroom of children.
You're gonna have to start getting trailers, bringing in trailers to supplement the classroom.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck.
But here's the thing that I got into with people: the state of Texas, as a sovereign state. I guess, I don't know, it gets kind of hairy with the idea of Roe versus Wade, which is a national precedent. But the state of Texas is a sovereign state. And if you believe in the right of states, now we'll get to that in a second, you have to accept backwards-ass states like Texas outlawing abortion. Now, you can chide them for being backwards and try to teach them about how wrong it is, and you know, and how stupid they are, and how they're being about, you know, denying it to rape and incest victims, and how just, you know, the famous violinist thought experiment. Just give them that. Say, chew on this, you idiots. But you have to still accept that is their sovereign right as a state in the union that is the United States of America. And here's how you know. Here's how you know if you should, even if you are pro-choice, that you should support the state of Texas in their push. If they determine that we as a state do not allow abortion, here's how you determine this. If you are going to support or even laud the state of Colorado for giving the giant middle finger to the federal government with regards to their marijuana laws, if you are going to say Colorado should have the right to let its citizens smoke marijuana if they choose, if you're going to support Colorado in the exercising of their right as a sovereign state in that instance, you have to support the right of Texas exercising their rights as a sovereign state. In this sense, it is probably entirely wrong and backwards and archaic, but you still have to accept it's just like with individual rights. My whole point is, when you give people the Fourth Amendment, when you make the game table so slanted in the favor of individual liberties versus the police or whomever, when you do that, there are going to be people that abuse those rights to do bad things. And that does not mean you should take away the individual rights. You shouldn't take away the First Amendment just because some backwards-ass hicks in the southern states start preaching about how they don't like black people. Or you shouldn't take away the Fourth Amendment just because some guy used the Fourth Amendment protections to be safe from police searches while he was accruing guns and ammunition to go on a spree of shootings. yes, that's bad, but the liberty is still more important than the bad things that people are abuse the liberty to do it. So just like Colorado uses its sovereign rights to enact something that you like, you have to support Texas exercising its right as a sovereign to do something you don't. Because otherwise, yes, I understand, because I know I can see it in the comments. And I'm sorry, Chiz, I know I'm talking a lot.
I don't care. Keep going.
I know people are going to say that smoking marijuana and getting abortions are two different things. Well, yes, they're two different things in the sense of driving a car and riding a bike are two different things. Riding a bike is not the same as driving a car. However, you can still be DUI on a bike just like you can be DUI in a car. There are still overreaching principles that bind these two very different things. And that, in this instance, is the right of states to determine what they allow their citizens and occupiers of their state to do or not do. So, yes, smoking marijuana is a positive right. You have the positive right, if you so choose in the state of Colorado, to smoke marijuana under their laws. And the illegality of abortion in Texas would be a restrictive right. You're not allowed to do this. You do not have the positive choice to get or to not get an abortion. But just because they're two different things doesn't mean they're not the same in that they're both states exercising their rights as individual sovereigns. And if you're going to support one, you have to support the other. Or you can be a federalist and just say it's all up to the federal government, and the federal government needs to decide, at which point we can have an entirely different discussion. But if you're going to chide the state of Texas, you better chide the state of Colorado too, because they're giving the middle finger to the feds, just like the state of Texas is as well. Mind blow. That's going to be my movie. My mind blow.
Starring who?
Shia LaBeouf.
Not Tobey
What
Maguire.
is that?
I don't know. I think Shia is on top of the world.
Is that your only reasoning?
You only say that because you were an Even Stevens fan.
No,
Who
then I would be
wasn't?
saying Ren Stevens.
She's a bitch.
Whatever.
I don't give a fuck. Back in the day, I could get down on some Ren Stevens.
Oh.
This is getting creepy.
Well, when I was a kid and when I was a kid, not now. Now who played Ren Stevens? We talked about this before, but
We talked about it before.
I don't know. She looks exactly the same like she did when she was on Even Stevens. But anyway, that is the issue of states' rights. So,
Christy Carlson Romano.
Christy Carlson Romano.
Mm-hmm.
You now officially hate her just like you do Michelle Janicki?
Who?
Michelle Janicki?
Hmm?
The Australian sprinter?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Boys,
Yeah, you do.
boys.
Stop!
Her little dance?
No.
Or her Sports
No.
Illustrated spread?
No.
All right. Explain to the people why you hate Michelle Janicki's, specifically her Sports Illustrated photo shoot. Katie.
Now everybody's probably going to be Googling it because they want to know what I'm talking about.
Right. So now they're looking at the
Why do
images.
you hate her? She's hot. I don't hate her.
You do hate her. Just stop lying. Stop trying to backtrack.
Because I don't know her as a person. But
Uh-huh.
I do strongly dislike her because she was posing like a whore for Sports Illustrated. And don't you guys say that she wasn't, because she was. No girl bends over a chair with her butt sticking out in a bikini and is trying to act all innocent like, no.
That's just relaxing.
She's freaking asking for it. She's like right here, yeah. That's what she's asking for. So no, she's posing like a whore in those pictures.
Not
I don't care what
familiar with
anybody
what she's
says.
asking for.
So I just hate
By the way,
her
everybody can
because-
thank me for
yeah.
bringing you Michelle Janicki. Now you
no,
know about her.
don't, no.
Well, what if it's not my? I'm not looking at Michelle Janicki. They
Right.
are. It's
Right,
not my
but
fault.
you know what she looks like.
I guess, kind of.
Kind of.
Well, I
Like
don't.
Cooper.
What is a memory of an image? What is it? Do I actually see it?
Yes, you do.
I see a memory of an image.
Well, your mind would interpret it as an image. brief, but it's still an image.
That's really cool. Brain is so cool, man.
Brain is cool.
That's why I find stupidity offensive, too. Like, I'm not any better or worse, really, than anybody when it comes to being intelligent or smart. I'm not. I mean, I am intelligent, but you could be intelligent, too, if you don't deem yourself to be intelligent. What is the difference, really, between my brain and anybody else's? 0.01%, maybe, in any way? Maybe I've got synapses here in the logical part of the brain or whatever part of the brain deals with logic, and maybe you've got an extra few synapses or whatever determines brain power in the artistic area. But our brains are, like, the same. Except for Chiz. He's just retarded.
Yeah, he's
just an idiot. So anyway, my point is, I find willful ignorance and willful stupidity to be that much more offensive because I'm not any better or worse markedly than anybody else. So stop being dumb, except Chiz, because he gets a pass because he's an idiot.
Yep.
So Chiz, can you get down with that? Give women the choice to abort a fetus at any point during the pregnancy, even late-term abortion?
Yes.
Katie, you're the woman here. You have to deal with, at some point, maybe if you decide to have children, but you have the idea it's your cross to bear for 9 months and then 18 years.
I believe that if someone, it takes them anywhere between, usually within a month, I would assume. That's what I've been told. Within a month, at least, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to sit there and contemplate for 4 or 6 or 9 months whether or not you want a child, and then at 9 months or 6 months or even 4 months, you're like,
Why did you choose those date marks? I mean, the 9 months, obviously, because then you got the kid.
Anywhere
What
between.
if you lost your job right at the 8th month mark, and you're like, wow, I cannot provide for this child adequately. I don't want to bring a child into
At
this
that
world where I
point,
can't provide for
you're
it.
still into it far enough to where you can have the child, but I think if you're not able to afford it, I think if it was me, I would still have it, but
So what's your
I would
cutoff
put it up for adoption. My cutoff,
What month?
probably 4 months,
Why?
because at that point that's in the second trimester.
Aren't there
that's when a
diseases
lot
that
of-
can crop up after 4 months that would make the child's life?
Diseases? I mean,
Yeah, like the
you gotta
inability
get-
to breathe, the lungs don't form normally, et cetera, et cetera.
Not that I know of. Not that are like.
Or conditions, not diseases, conditions.
So you're
Mutations.
saying, okay.
Like lung capacity or obstructions or things like that, where the child would die at birth, but maybe not, et cetera, but all those things can crop up after 4 months.
I want
The point
to
is,
ask a harder question.
all right,
What if, because we can test now, what if at the 4 month mark you found out your child was going to be autistic? Would you still have your child?
I would debate it, but I can't say that would be a deal breaker.
do you think it should be a deal? But the point is, you're not just speaking for yourself here, because you're the one that's choosing I would say the rather arbitrary timestamp. You're speaking for every other woman too. That's the
Right.
idea with
No, I'm just saying
legislation.
my own personal cutoff point would be 4 months. Not
But
that.
do you think that should be
every-
applied to every other woman?
No. But I think that late term, like a 6 month or like the last trimester,
Uh-huh.
I think that would just be horrific because the baby is practically all the way fully developed by then.
Okay.
And
Why is
I
that
mean,
bad?
because I think I would really consider it to be the baby at that point could live outside the womb.
Okay. But it's
And
not.
I would just right. I understand that, but for some reason I just don't think I could do that because I would consider.
But again, you're focusing. You turn it inward on yourself. I think is kind of like an escape. You have to say now that it is incumbent upon every other woman in the United States. Because let's assume you're the king or queen. I hope you're not the king. You're the
You
queen.
go by
Now,
not-
then you have to say that it is incumbent upon every other woman that after this arbitrary point, you have to have the child. I don't care what the circumstances are. Are you prepared to do that? Do you think that would be just? Is that in keeping with your other ideas about social liberty and what people have the right to do with their bodies?
Well, within last trimester, I'm not aware. There could be, but I'm not aware of any reasons as to, other than just not wanting to have it, to not have it.
Is that not reason enough? Now, should some?
I
This
think
is not
that
to say
it's
that
a
they
little
shouldn't be
irresponsible to
shamed.
wait that
Yeah,
long.
oh yes, of course it's irresponsible, and they should be shamed for their decision.
Right.
I just don't think I don't think you've given enough evidence to say that they shouldn't even be able to make that decision. Same thing with states' rights. We're talking about individual rights here, but states' rights. I don't think the idea of abortion, even though it's different from smoking marijuana, is enough reason to restrict the right of a state like Texas from making its own self-determination about where it stands on an issue. I don't think that crosses the threshold, but that's just me. That was a really good show.
And she's gone.
But just like 9 o'clock, fuck it, out of here.
Bam.
All right, I'm going to go to the pre-screen because it looks weird either way. I saw him typing in the chat. He's having trouble with Comcast. Anyway, we're going to end the show here. End the show here. This is our normal stop time. I don't know why I'm still looking at the camera because nobody can see me. Anyway, thank you all for joining the show. That's Not Why You Called. This has been episode 9. It's been really good. Let us know what you think about the discussion that we've been having in the comments. I've been seeing stuff on Twitter. It's been real civil, real nice. The show's been real cool. Katie, thank you for your input as a lady.
Well, you're welcome.
You're part of the show, so
A little bit.
just don't talk that much anymore.
Minuscule.
Seriously. Don't talk that
Oh,
much
hush.
anymore. Next show, don't talk that much. Seriously, my show, my rules, my way. Anyway, that's Not Why I Called. Thank you, everybody, for liking the stream. If you want to help us grow just a little bit, you can possibly add as a favorite on VOD. Thank you guys for joining. We hope you enjoyed. We are out. Peace.